No, it's been more than a year since I've talked about this. I think the last time I talked about this topic was back in 2022. I can't remember exactly what month, but this is something that people in general have been talking about for a while. Like, especially those who are huge Sega fans, huge Sonic fans. We've been waiting for a Sonic Adventure 3 game for quite some time, and many people are just under the impression that Sega is never going to do a Sonic Adventure 3 because it's been way too long. It's been more than 20 years since Sonic Adventure 2 came out, and that was probably one of the most popular Sonic games that Sega has ever created. And I think the latest 3D game that came out was Sonic Frontiers, and that came out back in 2023. That game was a commercial success, but then it gets a polarized. It gets polarized like reviews from different people and from critics. On one hand, they say it's one of the better 3D Sonic games that we've gotten in some time. Other people say that it's really boring, and honestly, I feel like 3D Sonic games don't seem to. I don't know. They don't seem to click as well with people to the same extent that 2D Sonic games do, and the latest like high profile Sonic game that we got aside from Frontiers was Sonic Superstars, and that game ended up being somewhat of a flop because it was released on the same day as Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and I wouldn't say that the popularity of the Sonic series is dwindling because when it comes down to movies and cinema and all that stuff, Sonic is more popular than he's ever been, and but I do feel like the franchise could definitely use a Sonic Adventure 3 game only because it's something that would get people excited. I feel like just the hype alone of a Sonic Adventure 3 game would have the game sell at least 2 mil, at least 2 mil, 3 mil, what have you, because I don't know, that's how popular Sonic Adventure 2 was back in the day. And even though like Sonic Adventure 2 was one of those games that people didn't expect to be as popular as it became. Um, I'm not exactly sure where Sega would go with the story because the story looked like a finale of something. I don't think the creators of Sonic Adventure 2 expected the game to be as popular as it did. In some ways, it's kind of it's considered a cult classic by a lot of people, and it seemed like for the most part, like 3D Sonic games have become less and less interesting. And whether or not Sega plans on making a Sonic Adventure 3 game is very uncertain. They've never given any announcements regarding a Sonic Adventure 3 game. I don't know if there's anyone who's really interested in making that happen, but I mean, some people feel that it's best that we don't get a Sonic Adventure 3 game because if we do and it falls below desired expectations, and that's something that could potentially like harm the franchise overall. But the upcoming Sonic movie that's supposed to be coming out later this year, I think that's going to be loosely based off of Sonic Adventure 2, considering the fact that Shadow the Hedgehog is going to be in that. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how that turns out once it hits theaters a little bit later this year. But as it currently stands, Sonic Adventure 3 and the possibility of it actually happening in the future look like they're very slim. And I don't think Sega has any plans on making that a reality anytime in the near future.